Okay, people. So, one thing I really do enjoy is when someone like takes a big swing, right? Sometimes you don't always hit, sometimes you partially hit, but it's taking that chance, you know what I mean? And that's what Sheikh Shahnawaz does with Bluff. Now, this is his feature debut. His feature debut. And he really just, boy, he put everything into this. He directed it, he wrote it, right? He also produced it, right? Handled the cinematography, he edited it, sound, handled that with the help of Savik, right, who produced the music. Um, yeah, like he did a lot, right? Supposedly he recorded it, he filmed this at the weekends. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, no other crew, just him, right? That's impressive. You know what I mean? Whatever you think of the finished product, to do all of that, I believe I read the budget was 2002. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So you got to give a motherfucker props, you know? Um, yeah, a few other people, right? So makeup was Juliana Ratcliffe. Um, Stunts were handled by Nizaro Karim. Um, yeah, you also had Gurjant Singh and Taibi Mumad, who helped out with photography and camera work. And Pam Carr handled costumes. All right, so yeah. Now, our cast, well, we have Gurj Gill as Miller, aka Danny. Jason Adams plays Cooks. Naziro Karim also is in front of the camera and he plays Imran. We've got James Jason Bryan as Collins. Joe Egan is Neil, the enforcer. We have Lisa Blizzett as Superintendent Thompson. We've also got Surgut Warner Bowen. She's the therapist. Corey Thompson is Shots, little drug dealer. Alexander Ribolo is Woody. Alvi Huzan is Buzz. And Andre Mathis plays a mugger. All right, so that's our main lot of crew. Now, the gist of the film, people, is this. Okay, so Detective Sergeant Daniel Miller is suspended from the London Metropolitan Police so that he can be secretly deployed to a small English town on an undercover assignment to uncover Britain's major suppliers of heroin and crack cocaine. He poses as a heroin addict and manipulates an unsuspecting junkie into working with him so that he can infiltrate the local drug network and work his way up the supply chain. The line the line between duty and criminality begins to blur as Miller's investigation becomes increasingly dangerous the closer he gets to finding the source of a drug trafficker. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, that's the gist of the film, right? And you know what? I I thought this was, yeah, it was a very well done thing, you know? Right? There's definitely things about it that it was a bit like, I'm not sure that fully works. It was a little bit long, but he did some very interesting things with the story, which are just like, ooh, yeah, I like that. Right. And there's especially this kind of twisty moment, which up until that point, I was scratching my head about something. There was a little thing that was going down. I'm like, I mean, what? Huh? I don't know about that. Like, why would you do that? You know? And I was scratching my head thinking, all right, so where's the moment where this bit is revealed, right? The reasoning, because there needs to be a good reason here. And then we get this other thing, you're like, oh shit. Okay. Because we do, I think there's a moment where you might suspect something earlier on in the film, but the way it is put together, that you feel that moment has been um oh fuck, what's the word? Like counted for, right? You've seen the reasoning for this thing, but oh, it's a little red herring, which was good. That was a good thing, right? So we open up with Danny being, you know, suspended, right? So this whole situation, and I think like you assume everyone's in the know, but then you be like, oh, they're not, right? Which is interesting. And I mean, look, we've had some really good drug undercover things, right? Or just drug shit, right? I mean, The Wire, obviously, right? Some of the, yeah, undercover people pretending to be druggies and real druggies and just, I mean, like, come on, Omar, right? Fucking Omar. You know what I mean? Look, some of those performances were just so good, right? The Shield, you know what I mean? That was a whole mess with drugs and just everything like that. And then you've got films like Deep Cover. Remember Deep Cover, motherfuckers? How good was Deep Cover? And Into Deep. That's another one. I really, Epps and Nia Long, I believe, right? I feel that was that one. Which I don't think enough people talk about Into, because it did cover because of Goldblum and Lawrence Fishburne, who they kill it. But yeah, like Into Deep, boy, that's another great one. And I mean, there's more. There's so many more, right? So we've seen what good looks like. We've seen what great looks like. So it's what is someone else gonna bring to the table? And he does put together this interesting tale. Now there are kind of things in it like I think it's something that we see all the time. When you have a film and people are following someone, right? You always just think, hold on, aren't they a little bit too close, right? Because I think a lot of times, if you feel you can kind of sense if someone's following you. I mean, not all the time. And then sometimes you might think someone is and you're turning around and no one's there, right? But I don't know, man. It's like a fucking sixth sense, right? A radar. And so there's that. Also, my big thing is if someone knows what fucking car you drive, right? And they constantly see a car, Like, they're gonna be like, "Yo, isn't that thing his car?" Right? And so, yeah, there was some of those bits where you're thinking, how the fuck is he not getting caught? Right? But we still get this intriguing tale, right? Intriguing tale because, trying to pretend to be a druggie. So you're wondering, what extent is, my man doing this shit? Like, what's the deal? But I just thought that Gurji and Jason do a very good job in our two, you know, leads of Danny and Cooks. Yeah, because I did think that was believable, right? Although I will say, like, one problem of right, trying to depict the whole druggy kind of situation is there's a look, right? Now, I don't know if you've known people that have been on that H, right? Yo, like the teeth get fuck, Chris, man. And like people's it starts to look kind of sunken. Right? There is a distinct look where you see it and you just be like, oh god damn it. How did this motherfucker get hooked on this shit? Right? Because that ain't happening to you if you've just tried it one time. You know what I mean? Two times. No. You are in deep when you start to look a certain way. And I don't really think they looked fully, H'd up. But first time director making this film at weekends, and we can give someone a little bit of slack because other than that, they did look scruff, right? They did look scruff. So there is that. You do wonder about the smell. You know what I mean? Like, there's druggies. If this, and especially if they're sleeping rough, hey, it ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I mean? So when they're going in pubs and shop, like, yeah, there's a thing. There's a thing. Now, some of that wasn't really addressed or covered, but yeah, we still get this kind of situation. We get this situation, and there's many kind of plates spinning, right? Many plates spinning. And it's all there to try and find out what Imran is doing. And I just thought Imran, that character was, played very cool, very kind of aloof, which you then kind of was like, okay, all right, this is an interesting way of playing it. I can buy that, right? I can buy this. So yeah, we get this story, and you like because it's not it's not shown to us in this linear faction, right? There's a lot of jumping between time frames. Doesn't get confusing though, right? I thought it was very easy to follow, and by chopping it up, it does keep you guessing, right? It keeps you guessing at where the story's going, right? Who knows what? Where is this shit leading to? Right? How close are we to, the bus, to the, whatever. So I think that's done in a way. And as I said, the you do get fooled, right? Because you're believing, oh, so if we see this and then we saw that, that must mean, so I thought that was very smart. And that's what I'm talking about, big swings, right? Because I feel to do this, attempt this in your first fucking feature, that takes a lot of balls. You know what I mean? And I thought it was done well. I thought it was done very well. Now, I will say, right, the end was decent, but there is this dialogue that I didn't fully believe someone would be saying, right? I just don't feel you're going to be, and even if you did attempt to drop something in that vein, you ain't saying it like that. There would be more, there'd be more venom behind it. You're not going to be eloquent. You know what I mean? So that bit was we probably could have done without that, right? But yeah, definitely intriguing, right? First time directing, and boy, there is a lot. I mean, a lot of promise here. You know, you are definitely like, yo, what's Shahnawaz gonna be doing next? You know, because if he can do this for 2 Gs, hey, what do you think he's going to be able to do with a bigger budget? So if Bluff sounds like something that, you know what I mean, could be of interest to you people, hey, motherfuckers got it dropping on Amazon Prime. How about that? Right? So if you're a Prime member, you can check this shit out. You know what I mean? So yeah, right? It's not, as I said, it's not quite an in too deep, a deep cover, but it's an impressive attempt, right? It's an impressive attempt, and I feel it, lays a foundation for what could be coming in the future, right? So yeah, people, it's there. You know what I mean? Bluff is out in the world. Um, give it a go, right? Give it a go.